right, so what do we want to start with today, guys? We've got EA burning themselves in a dumpster fire, 2K burning themselves in a dumpster fire. I think Katrina's got some crazy bitches.
Yes, some crazy bridezilla bitches. Because that's just a disturbing trend I'm noticing anymore.
I have feral boars the size of a bear.
Feral what?
Feral what?
Feral boars.
Boars.
The size of
Those angry
It's
wild
essentially a
pigs
pig.
that
I thought you
kill
said
people.
wargs, and I'm like, what the fuck
Fuck's
are
a
feral wargs?
Isn't that the name of the werewolves in World of Warcraft?
No, that's the giant riding wolves.
Oh,
and,
no.
Lord of the Rings.
And in
Well,
World of Warcraft, they're like wargs.
Oh, they're all called wargs.
No, wargs are the name of the werewolves.
Are you sure?
No, that's Worgen.
Oh, we're getting.
Wargs are giant wolves ridden by orcs in Lord of the Rings and like something else.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering, because that just seems like those exist now?
Why don't we get the dumpster fire out of the way first? Because that shouldn't take up too much time. Because it's literally just, oh yeah, they fucked up again. How'd they fuck up? They did this.
Which dumpster fire?
Oh, EA. Wah, wah, wah.
Alright,
Yeah.
with the EA one, recently in the news, with the whole controversy of loot boxes and everything hitting Europe, mainly Belgium kicking in and just going, hey, these following games, FIFA, it was FIFA, Overwatch, and two, Counter-Strike Go, and there was one other game on that list. Belgium said, you need to change your rules to abide by our criminal system for gambling, or we will take criminal actions against you, because this is against the law.
You mean legal action?
Legal action, there you go. Sorry.
Because if they took criminal action, it's just like...
They're going to start breaking in. Just,
You know,
What
you
up,
look
EA?
like, you look like you have a
Fucked
nice game structure system in your company. Be a shame if someone, say, broke its kneecaps.
no, it doesn't.
You seem like an intelligent man. You realize you need both legs to walk, right?
You can't, those loot boxes, they can't afford, they can't afford fixing
How can they
needs.
afford loot boxes if there's no loot boxes to buy?
Well, that's pretty
It'd be
much
a
the long and the
real
short of it. They
shame
want
if they fell off of a truck, you know what I'm saying?
God.
You realize they're digital, right? It'd be a real shame if they fell off that digital truck, right? I don't think that's how it doesn't matter how it works.
More guys keep
Point
coming
is
in.
you were gonna break your hand.
The point is, you stop it. Or you're gonna regret
Stop
it.
it!
You're gonna regret it. Let's just say this. You ain't part of the union. We've got a union. You ain't part of our union. Let me rephrase that, right? You ain't part of our union.
The union does not break legs.
But
Belgium's just run by a giant union mafia.
it's it's different unions for different systems of companies.
You like sports games, right? Yeah. Of course we like sports games. Yeah, you like sports games. How are you gonna play sports games without any hands?
I got a sport they can play. It's called kick 'em in the balls.
It's kickballs.
It's called golf. Who wants to play golf? Apparently, this 9-iron wants to play golf with your testicles. So, square up the hips, line your shoulders, bend the knees, keep your eye on the balls because they're about to go flying right off your sack. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right off your sack.
Right off your sack.
God damn it.
You'll know what I'll be saying in a
You
second.
douchebag, you know? Just everybody in Belgium is just like a Jersey fucking just monster.
So they got the full just open shirt, chest, hair, gold
They're
chain
doing
on
the
that bitch.
snapping thing when they walk.
So what? It's basically just an entire country of big pussies.
Pretty much.
So that's where everybody from Jersey came from.
Hey, what's wrong, Tonio? I feel so bad right now. You know what you need? Some of our delicious Belgian chocolate. It'll make you feel better. I think I need a tub of ice cream to go with it, buddy. This is a bad night for me. What happened? Well, my poodle didn't sit when I told him to, but hey.
So everybody,
They're just gigantic.
so everybody
Jersey
from
pussy, okay.
Belgium is just heavily tanned and called the situation.
The only one. Only one. It's
The
just
leader. The leader.
No, it's just the big guy in the back.
No, it's the biggest guy in the back, and he's the most melodramatic of them all. That's why it's called
The situation.
Because there's always a situation with that guy.
The queen is Snooki.
No, we're not going that far. No, the situation's the only one going.
Okay.
We ain't bringing that in.
I had to. I
mainly
had to
do.
physically bite my tongue. My tongue.
My son had to
My
bite my son.
Jimmy, come here. Jimmy, come here. I'm gonna show
My
you a magic
baby
trick.
boy!
Okay, Daddy, what are you?
Daddy, what? I don't.
Go cry back to
Snooki
your mother.
did it. Snooki did it, son. Not me.
No,
Snooki.
I've been watching too many fucking like videos online lately that have just popped up on my feed. Some of them were just like the post-meme era of the Uganda Knuckles shit, where it's like a dying fucking unicorn just fading off into the sunset.
What other?
No, not even that. No,
just.
it's Snooki's the queen. My queen. No, never. I'd rather chew off my own tongue than give in to that goddamn meme.
Yeah, but anyways,
I mainly do this because Pat hates it so much.
Hat pat.
Hat Pat.
So
Wait,
to
what?
bring it back,
The Jersey Shore thing.
we're gonna bring it back now.
Okay, can I just?
Can you just?
Then you I'll let him have this.
Those fuckers are not from Jersey. They're from the fucking Bronx. The only reason the show is called Jersey Shore is because they go down to the Jersey Shore to party. They're not from Jersey. Fuck them.
I figured it took place in Jersey Shore at some point or another, but like
I
I never
say,
figured that's how people were in Jersey Shore. I didn't assume they were all brain dead.
I thought it was just that it's
Then
MTV
again,
going insane.
reality TV show. What you see is just those people.
I mean, I can legitimately.
Those people. Not everybody is as batshit retarded and insane as them.
It's like when I showed Katrina the Kim Kardashian one, and it was like one of the girls gets thrown into the water in Hawaii. It's like, that earring cost $30,000. And Katrina goes, why the fuck were you wearing an earring that cost $30,000?
To the beach!
Exactly.
If you're wearing it to the beach,
So
you obviously
fucking
can
tired of these
afford
basic
to replace it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look good while I'm at the beach.
you're already in a bikini. You're a Kardashian.
Oh, no.
You don't have to
Not
do
my-
anything.
Not my designer Gucci.
My designer
Gucci.
Gucci.
Ah, you put it all over my Gucci.
Actually, no. There's actually a more expensive bag. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's a bag that actually you have to make an appointment to actually get a chance to see the bag. I'm not even shitting you. It's literally a thing where they track your spending records on how much you actually spend in this store to actually even get a chance to be interviewed to get the bag.
Why would I want to go through that?
Much.
Because it's actually worth a fucking fortune, and it's one of those that it's such a rare product to actually
This
have
is
one.
100% xenomorph leather.
But it's so expensive that literally
That's not
it's
a real
worth more
thing.
its weight than gold.
We cloned it.
So
people who are
saffron,
buying
you
it
can
think it
at
sounds
least eat
expensive.
that.
Yeah,
I'll
but
go
this is
for
worth
it.
more its weight in gold, and it's like literally like a investment fund. That's how much this bag is covered.
I don't even understand that shit.
I've seen it once, but it's one of those things where I think the cheapest version of that bag is over. I think it's $100,000. No, $10,000. $10,000 is the cheapest version of that bag, and it just goes up from there.
It's a sack you put stuff in. Why would you want to spend that much for a stack you put stuff in?
Katrina, it's very simple. I spent $100 to get a bag from a rock. I spent $200 to get dirty jeans that look like they've been in the mud. These exist.
These all exist.
I need to look like I'm a
We're
plebeian.
at the
Pretty
at the
much.
zenith of our evolution. This is the end of the line. We're
Anyways,
Our
yeah.
evolution, no. Our intelligence,
Jeez.
on the other hand, whoo boy, that's been going downhill for... When did the millennia turn over? Oh, 18 years ago.
Anyways, just to stir the pot back and just bring us back.
when did social media get started?
You know what? Yes.
Actually, it is pretty
Yes.
Social media has been the downgrade of intelligent civilization for the past however long it's been around.
Oh dear
That
God!
shit's been
really?
around since like what? Fucking 2000, 2001, something like that?
About 2001 is when I started picking up because
Yeah,
you had MySpace.
Because they had MySpace and then fucking Facebook started coming out and that's when shit started going.
Well, Facebook was
And then
okay, and then you
Twitter,
eventually had, like, it blew up even bigger.
Instagramming.
You had YouTube, then Twitter, then Instagram, where we're at now.
I still don't even know what the fucking Instagram is.
Pretty much imagine just...
Thank you.
Okay,
Neither do I.
very much to very explain Instagram. It's, you know how on Facebook when you post a picture up, you'll have a bunch of stuff?
Yeah.
It's the same equivalent. It's just you posting up either a picture or something like that and having followers.
It's just...
So
it's just picture Facebook.
It's just picture Facebook, so it's just like you take,
It's
like, literally, a woman went to debt
the
because of
market
that.
is saturated
Because
with this
she
shit.
literally spent money so that she could get Instagram followers high enough, so she was, like, spending money on, like, vacations, expensive cars, things like that, just take pictures with, so that way she could have her Instagram and literally put herself into several thousand, up to, I think it was $100,000 into debt.
Who did this?
What a
It was some
bitch.
woman. It was, like, months ago. It was, like,
What did this accomplish her?
nothing. She thought she could get famous off Instagram, so she went that way.
That's called putting all your eggs in one basket, and that's why
Instagram
we
doesn't
don't
really make
do
you
that.
famous. You don't get any revenue. It's just people following you. That's it.
Fucking up on YouTube and Twitch. That'll get you famous.
Yeah, that'll get you famous.
That'll get you famous real fucking quick. Come on. Hey,
Usually
YouTube,
for the
we
wrong
famous yet?
reasons.
We ain't never gonna be famous.
Twitch, we famous yet?
One
My
day.
rage should be enough to draw us into the limelight.
we will bring
See how angry I get.
We have
Yes.
seen how angry.
But anyway. Anyways, stirring back the pot, back to the Belgian situation.
Yes, stirring the pot.
Stir the pot back, but you gotta bring it back.
Call them kettle. They're both black.
Anyway. All these other games, back to the Belgian situation. Belgium set out the list of these several games. Most of these games have changed except for EA. EA is so emphatic that the FIFA games are not criminally charged gambling that they're willing to go to court over this. And just recently, Finland has joined in the criminal investigation against EA on this.
Well, they're fucked either way.
Pretty much.
Why don't they just, stop causing themselves problems and get rid of loot boxes? It's
Because-
obviously become an issue.
Because literally, even with the Battlefront 2 fiasco, FIFA's revenue from their loot box and their Ultimate Team system picked up the slack so much, they made double the money back. They lost nothing when it came to Battlefront 2. They made it all back with FIFA. FIFA's their golden goose that they will never change. That's why they can change stuff like Anthem and Battlefield 5, because it's like, FIFA, last year, FIFA covered, I believe it was over 60 billion euros of the overall funding of just EA in general. So that's their golden goose because they're the only soccer company. They're the only ones who push the shit out of it. It's not big in the United States, but it's big everywhere else. And since they're the only official game, it's like everybody buys into it. Hell, one British guy, when the European Union passed the law a few years ago. No, yeah, it was last year, I believe. Because that's when we had the whole universal, everybody just saying, hey, we have a new terms and policies and things like that. He called up EA and was like, hey, I want to just track my records of, hey, what games, how much have I spent on this? And they're like, well, I don't know if we're going to be able to get that to you. It's like, it's law. After about a few weeks of finagling and bitching and moaning, they eventually pulled it out, and it's that he spent about, between FIFA 1 and 2, his estimate number was about, I think it was close to 16,000 on the Ultimate Team. And he admits, yeah, me and my wife were well off, but I did not realize I was spending this much. It was mostly just he would get packs on sale or things like that, or every once in a while he'd just be like, yeah, a little bit of spending money, I'll just put it into the game, and didn't think about it. And then looking at it, he's like, Jesus!
Yeah, that's way too much money.
So,
I believe in supporting games. I'll buy DLC. If there's a pack or something occasionally, I'll buy it. If there's cosmetic shit, that's primarily what I'll buy because I'm supporting that game that I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to these random-ass fucking loot boxes, it's only if, someone owes me money and they're like, oh yeah, here's the $20 I owe you. Cool, that's free money I can just drop into whatever the fuck I feel like.
yeah, the thing
That's the only time I will ever buy loot boxes.
But the thing with FIFA, though, is that it's such a big game, and the fact is that the Ultimate Team is the one thing that, whenever you look at anything EA for FIFA, they push the Ultimate Team Because it's like, hey, get these players, build your ultimate team, play online, play competitively. If you want to get like a good team, you have to feed into the ultimate team. And they do stuff like they'll have sales where it's like, hey, here's a multi-pack sale. Here's a few items like this, stuff like that to get you a higher chance of getting X character or this or that. And they just start rolling it all together and eventually just snowballs where people are just like, they don't realize how much they put into the game because it never says, oh, by the way, here's a percentage of money you spent on whatever game you bought. Like, here's actually the amount that you put into FIFA and all these soccer games.
Didn't EA actually come out and beg people to support?
No, that's...
No, I didn't.
No, what you're talking about actually is another thing. That was 2K Sports. When Belgium put its ban up, that was the other game. It was the NBA game. It was a 2K's NBA game was about to come out. And everybody already bitched about the last game, and 2K actually bullied a game reviewer into taking down their score originally for the last game. Because people were talking about how the microtransactions were so bad, you could not preview haircuts for your character unless you spent the VC bucks to buy it, and then you have to re-spend the money to change your hair back. Like, it wasn't a permanent unlock.
Wow.
To get stats in the game, you had to spend the VC points, which the game arbitrarily would slow down on purpose. So it's like, oh, you're getting a little bit here and there, but hey, if you want to increase your stats, you're going to need to fork some money over and, buy this VC pack so you can get some more money so, you can upgrade your character for your story mode.
Wow. And you're saying Belgium cracked down on that?
They cracked down on that, and it was 2K issued a statement saying, we're going to have to change some of the game modes and things like that, and, there's nothing we can do on our end. So if you want to bring, all this nice, all these advantages that, the other players have, things like that, you need to talk to your local government about changing the rules on this. Pretty much desperately saying, hey, we need the microtransaction, so can you just, talk to your government and
Can
say,
you just put up with them and tell the government not to take them away, please?
Pretty much.
Pretty much, in a nutshell, that's what they said, and it's just kind of funny that they're literally stooping to just saying, please just put up with it.
It's just...
Please?
It's not even please put up with it, it's please buy into it.
Pretty much. Just like, hey, we know you like to spend money. We want to spend money too. Just agree to this, and we can put this back in your games. We can have fun, and you can have fun. We can make more money, and you can be miserable. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
Wins.
That's dumb.
That is dumb.
It's amazingly dumb, and everybody was giving the shit to EA 2K for that shit, and it's just like, what did you think was gonna happen? Most people are agreeing that no, they don't want this in their games because it's turning the game industry.
It's turning the frogs freaking gay.
Turn the freaking frogs gay!
Yeah.
And sadly,
It's turning
he was
the
banned
game
from
industry
Twitter.
into a pile of shit.
Pretty much when it comes to the major companies, like any of the big companies are just like, how can we market the fuck out of this and make our money?
At least someone like Blizzard has an excuse for their loot boxes. Nothing changes gameplay-wise. It's all mechanics. And even then, they don't have to buy this. They can earn this shit by playing the game.
That's why they conceded with Belgium. They were just like, you know what? We're going to concede to this. We changed the rules on this, so you can't do these things. And you can't buy, I believe you can't buy loot boxes, but you can still earn it in-game. They were just like, yeah, we're going to roll over on this. We're not going to fight it because it's just, we can fight it and probably lose, or we can just go,
Or we could save ourselves the time, hassle, and a boatload of money, and just agree.
Yeah, just because we're still going to make money.
Yeah, they're still making money. It's not like people aren't buying the game.
Yeah.
People buy the game left and right.
Yeah.
It's
a fucking esports heavy game now.
So, I found something kind of weird.
what?
I was looking up stuff on Kotaku to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently there's this new thing in, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what that is.
It was shown during the Nintendo Direct. The
Never
recent
watched
one.
that one.
Yeah, apparently,
I just know
one of the playable characters in it will be Toadette, the female Toad character.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Where it's
Yeah.
that if she gets the
If she gets the crown, she becomes
PJ.
she looks like Peach, or as some people have been calling her, Peachette.
Okay.
And this has launched a bunch of fucking weird-ass fan theories.
Of the story of Peach was like originally a toad.
Yeah, how either Peach was originally a toad, or how Toadette might have been the actual original ruler of the Mushroom Kingdom, and then basically decided, yeah, fuck this, and basically made Peach to rule over and turned herself into a... Here's my take on it.
Mm-hmm.
What if Toadette is Princess Toadstool? Because remember way fucking back when no one referred to her as Princess Peach?
Yeah,
everyone referred to her
Princess
as Princess Toadstool. What if Toadette
was originally Toadstool?
was Princess Toadstool, and basically Princess Peach took over?
I
But
mean,
hey, that's just a theory.
a game theory.
A game theory. Matt Pet, please don't sue us.
Come on, Matt Pat, we'll fight. Come on, give me your best.
Give me that.
Come on to the store,
Hey,
Matt
Matt
Pat. We'll
Pat's-
duke it out. Irish style. Come on. We'll get drunk and beat each other in the face until we're best friends. Let's go. Come on.
When Matt Pat sues us, one of our demands at the lawsuit has to be he doesn't know our Five Nights at Freddy's thing if we win.
Just to spite him.
Hey,
Because he hates
think about it like
already
this:
Five Nights at
we
Freddy's.
might be able to win if we do that. If we put that in, we might be able to win by just going up to the.
Well, you've kind of already played our ace card, that if that's the case, because it's in the
We might
podcast.
be able to go
can
straight up
cut
to the
that out.
jury and
No,
say,
no.
"Hey,
You
who
edit
here
the
watches Matt Pat
episode, Chris.
videos? Who here wants to make them do another Five Nights at Freddy's videos? I think you know what you have to do."
We just drop like a petition with 50 billion people signed.
We win the lawsuit.
Read it and weep, bitch.
We win. I'm going home getting wasted.
So,
Your Honor, I'm dropping all charges. Good night.
Please.
So, another idea that people have come up with is that basically, given the right headgear, toads can evolve into basically humans, and apparently, before Odyssey, toads had never known about headgear, which seems suspect given some of the games, but whatever. And basically that Princess Peach has been keeping the evolution technology of hats to herself this
So that was
entire time to make sure that no one
I
challenges
mean, she always
her
wears the
throne.
crown. I mean, definitively could be that she is a toad that just found the crown one day and just
And
transformed.
yeah, power.
And it's like, they will never know.
Now I am the master.
That is.
Unlimited power.
Mamma mia. As for that Nintendo Direct thing, the only things I know about is that Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles got announced for the Wii, the Switch. There's a fucking Luigi's Mansion 3 coming out.
Yep.
Isabella's gonna be in Smash.
But I didn't know that. I didn't even know anything about Smash for that one.
They only did like a very light just showing of that. The most thing
kind
I
of
saw that.
adorable, actually.
Come on, you bastards! Put Travis Touchdown in Smash!
I
One
thought
day.
you were about to say leave.
We're getting 2 games of
No
No
more
More Heroes. Put them in!
One
Put
day.
them in, damn it!
What else? did I hear?
There was.
put like every Final Fantasy except fucking 8 on.
Yeah, that's right. It's like I think it's 7. No, it's 7.
7, 9,
9,
10,
10, and 10 2. It's like they just skipped 8. Like, nope, we're going to that. Nope.
I have no problems with that.
Don't you
like
guys
it.
not like 10 and 10 too?
I know, but I just think it's
I
funny
have
that
no
just skips the
problem
hill.
with making fun of 10 and 10-2, especially 10-2, but I do not like 8. There's nothing truly that great about 8. in my
Okay.
eyes.
Oh,
The
God,
leveling system is a little strange because the enemies will level up with you, which means you want to keep ideally yourself at this level and use junctions to this. It's a lot of fucking numbers that don't need to be in the game itself. This isn't Disgaea, it's Final Fantasy. Stick with what you know.
Okay.
The game that I saw that actually excited me was the Capcom beat 'em up games.
The beat 'em up collection, I heard about that.
That I saw and I'm like, okay, I want to play that because that's kind of fun and that's a little like, hey.
I don't even know what is it like a retro game being re-released or is it a new game?
No, it's all the old retro Capcom beat 'em up. So like Final Fight, all those games, including exclusive ones that were only in Japan. That they're just bringing it as a pack and just bring it to the Switch, which will have 4-player, online, offline, just beat 'em up. So I'm like, that's actually something a pack I would buy, because that gives me something new to play, and it's something you can just beat around the bush and play with your friends and just go, fuck it.
And I know something else that's getting remade, but it's not something from Direct. Samurai Showdown.
Oh yeah, that was from the PlayStation experience.
A lot of people were getting crazy about that.
Max is just dick getting hard.
So
Dude, have you played Samurai Showdown?
I've never played Samurai Showdown.
So apparently on Steam, you can now get 100% uncensored sex games.
What?
Well, that's been a thing for a while, if I recall.
No, because they cracked down on that a while back because they had to crack down on it because of
Well, this year it's been a thing for a while because they're like, yeah, we're changing it. Uncensored, here you go. And so uncensored games were pretty much just popping up.
Yeah,
so.
like every time I go into the just released thing, it's like a few games has like sexual content tag into it.
Huh. I didn't know that. Like, I don't really jump on Steam as much as I used to.
I mean, that's because Steam realized, I guess, that they were on PC.
Library.
And unlike Xbox and PS4, who flat out like made completely, this is the line, no adult games like this allowed. Whereas
we can have nudity,
Steam,
but we can't.
they can have nudity, they can have themes, but not flat out just sex game. So, whereas PC, that's where most of those games have kind of flourished because that's where they can get away with it.
Yeah. Actually, ironically enough, it's actually not even because of Sony and Microsoft, the reason why. It's actually because of, it's that Walmart, Best Buy, and all those major players will not stock AO games.
They also won't sell them. So.
And that's the reason why. It's like,
well, honestly, at this point, do you even
I'm pretty
need
sure
them?
you could probably find
Not
it.
really.
There's
because-
online websites you could use as distributors now. So.
yeah. But
I'm
it's
pretty
that's the
sure,
only-
like, if you go to Japan or
Dude, if you go to Japan, you can just walk into a 7-Eleven and you're like 2 feet from a tentacle monster rack of some kind. Dude, it's Japan. And I really want to go to Japan just to try out their convenience store food.
I mean, it is some good shit there.
They have, like, real fucking food in their convenience stores.
Dimitri wants to go so we can do Ninja Warrior Challenge.
If they're still doing it, yes, I'm willing to...
We have the American version, don't we?
We do, but there's something about the classic Japanese version that I just want to do. And it's like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, when I watch it when I grew up watching it, I was like, I would like to do this. Even if I fail and I know I will, I'd like to still try, because for some reason it just feels fun.
The chocolate demon has failed in Ninja Challenge.
I accept
now
it.
awaits chocolate demon, unripe for eating. He must completely dishonor his butt.
That is a both horrifying and amazing statement.
Like, I managed to somehow do the first
Don't
one. It's like,
break
I'm
the
done.
No, if you do the fucking warp wall, I will give you props. And if you did the
It's
warp
like,
wall.
I get the first row done. It's like, hey, second challenge, I'm just jumping in the water. I'm not even trying. This was my challenge for me. I completed.
No, that's my thing of getting over the warp wall. Because it's just like, I can play the warp wall, I don't give a fuck!
What we don't hear is that every time someone falls, they just play the fucking Mario game over thing.
Oh yeah, Animal Crossing coming to the Switch, which gets me excited for.
I'm waiting for Pickin'.
I never played Animal Crossing, so I don't know what the fuck's that. I
You mean
don't like.
Pikmin?
Yeah.
I don't like indenturing myself to some raccoon who's
Pick-
hell bent on ruling the world.
Pac-Man.
It's weirdly just, it's
You know
really
that
different for
well-known-
her.
only
well-known game.
The only thing I really know
Well, it's
about
like kind of
Animal
characters,
Crossing
but picking.
is the fucking
like-
Starbomb
Oh, yeah,
song
there is
for
actually-
Animal Crossing, Nookstown.
Oh yeah, because I mean technically that is what it is, or as Katrina could probably better explain what Animal Crossing really is. It's just that you're in debt.
I'm just imagining.
Yeah.
Oh no, there is actually a game called Pickin' for the Switch. It's like, oh cool. Oh, load it up. It's like this lynching game. It's like, oh, this is not what I was thinking at all.
It's like Pikmin. Okay, you're just literally sitting there taking a pick to fucking guy.
Yes.
Strapped down. Just like,
It's like
it just repeats. There's
like-
no progression. There's no.
well, we
just
got
buy
killing.
more of this and get the gas chamber for the little kids.
Oh.
That's not okay.
It's a Holocaust.
It's
Is this a Holocaust game you were talking
Yeah.
about a couple podcasts
where they had
back?
a little girl promoting it for America.
That's nice. And then you were talking also about that slavery ship game.
Yep, where's the Tetris slavery game?
Chris, check it out.
Educational. Fit your ass in here. Get your asses down here. We don't belong down here. Fuck it, I'll get the whip.
Sound like you said whiff.
I'd say whip.
I'll get the whiff. Whoosh. Oh, look at that. He whiffed. Now he's getting fully bodied. Oh my god, this is the greatest comeback in fighting game history. This is Evil Moment 573.
I'm waiting for that moment where eventually it's going to be one of those where eventually Street Fighter's going to have so many. It's going to be just Evo moment. It's going to be just like 1,895,900.
Dude, speaking of Evo moments, that's one of the things that also got taken off Max's channel.
Oh yeah, I saw
Evo moments, boss battle,
Battle,
boss rage, his, goddamn, what is it?
that. Fighting history.
Fighting history is getting taken down by YouTube algorithm. His
Fighting history?
Maximilian used to do like a fighting history where
he
talked
would go
about-
back and talk about the fighting game history behind certain things like characters or series. He'd go all the way back to the beginning, how it got started, blah blah blah. And
Oh, so that's when I saw that one game where it was like the uncensored one fighting horror fighting game. Because it was
the
his
one
fighting.
that they're doing another one of?
I think it is. It's the one where it was like
Terrordrome?
I think it was not Terrordrome. It was another one where it's like the game company couldn't originally release it.
Oh yeah, that
So-
one. And I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like the random fighting game where it had like the whole like dark stories and everything like that. And it had like the Ryu and Ken reskin where it's the two guys who were like attached at the waist. So it would be like Ryu was the feet and then Ken would be the top and then it would just switch.
Yeah, and Assist Me, I
Yeah,
think, is another thing.
I think it's just me
taken out.
going down.
Fucking, we need a new site other than fucking YouTube because YouTube has just gone to shit. So
It
much.
has.
You
It
can't
totally
put up
has.
whatever content you want unless it's 100% absolutely
I mean-
original, and even then, you can still get flagged for it.
I
You
mean,
actually-
the problem with that is there have been attempts to completely replace YouTube.
The closest.
I know there was like one a few years ago but it was a paid subscription kind of deal.
The only thing that's been close to it, as even Max points out, is Twitch. Is like the closest thing to replacing it.
Twitch and Polygon.
I hear Vimeo sometimes is okay.
Here and there,
Yeah.
but YouTube is still like the biggest thing because
Yeah.
it is everywhere. You can't get a phone without YouTube installed on it. Things like that.
Like,
That is
like
the sad
Blip
thing.
got taken out.
Like
Yeah.
there were attempts to try and
Actually, even
hurt YouTube by,
They were trying to do the YouTube killer shit like they did with the Android killer shit.
yeah.
but
Or the iPhone killer,
YouTube has been along for way longer than most others. Like,
rather. Yeah.
you can go like, oh yeah, there will be a replacement to Facebook or Twitter. It's like, yeah, because there were already.
Replacing.
They
replaced
replaced something else. But YouTube has seen those things come and go. It's like, oh yeah, someday there will be a challenge to Google. No. There have been attempts, but
Bing, Yahoo.
No, actually, the interesting thing with YouTube now is, it's as Max points out, it's the reason why he doesn't swear in any of his videos that he posts up, because even just simply just like a slight swear, instant demonetization. Like, instant everything on that.
they are
Even if it's just
routing
one.
They are hounding his ass.
And yet,
They're having a
horrible
lot of
shows
people.
like Logan Paul can still, exist.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of the Logan Paul versus, what's the name, boxing fight that happened.
Versus
Logan
who?
Paul fought this one other YouTuber guy in a boxing match that YouTube streamed.
Please tell me he got his ass royally.
Oh no, they ended in a fucking draw. Everybody, like most people knew about it, that was gonna end in a fucking draw, so nobody really watched. No, it got a ton of subscribers to watch, and there were people who went to the fight. And I think it was like $100 to go to the fight, and then to get into the stream, it was like $10.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
And
see,
it ended in a draw. And literally, the chat box for a good solid 2 minutes was bullshit! Just going straight down it. Because it ended in both of them in a draw.
I know Foamy the Squirrel's YouTube channel, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they, as soon as they started doing the whole demonetization if you curse or do anything, they're like, yeah, we are not doing that. We're still going to stick to our website and say whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, because that's what most people are doing. That's why people are jumping over to Twitch and other things like that, or using Patreon. What are the other ones? I know Patreon's the biggest one right now, but it's like they're using those because it's like this is how we get our support now because YouTube wants to fuck everybody.
yeah.
Hell, one of my
It
favorite
makes me
channels,
angry.
Eligible Monster, they literally cleaned up their act in order to fall into YouTube's guidelines. But at a certain point, no matter what video they were doing, no matter what, even if it was like the cleanest video they had, they kept getting demonetized. So eventually they just went, fuck it, we're just going to start posting whatever we want because we're just going to have fun.
Yeah, that's why we're not monetizing jack for shit on YouTube right now, because there's no fucking way we're gonna get anything.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, let's see. Let's Plays. Nope, that doesn't fall under free use, even though it does. The reviews, the first impressions reviews, demonetized. Claim
No, they're
rights
claim.
against them. Yeah, that's what it is. Claim rights.
Because I remember,
Stricken
I think
against
you told me about that for God of War, wasn't it?
Yeah, day one, first hour. Strike against it, or monetization claim against it. Or not monetization, fucking copyright claim.
Copyright,
That's right.
yeah, it was
Keep
copyright
saying
strike.
monetization.
Yeah, it was copyright strike.
Copyright, no, not even a strike, just a claim against it. Just like, this section here. And it was literally just a full cam thing of me talking with first impressions written in the corner. The fuck? Monster Hunter got one because I had voiceover and I was showing clips of Monster Hunter explaining the good detail of the graphics and everything. That I could kind of understand for imaging.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a review.
That's the thing about it. That doesn't...
That's
use
another reason why I'm
reviewing.
just like, I could do a first impressions.
But it's really just... It's going in a crapshoot, and it's not doing anything. It's just like, well...
I mean, I have the shit all ready and set up for Octopath Traveler to make an impressions. I need to record one for Spider-Man, and I need to do one for Shinobi Striker,
Mm-hmm.
and I plan to, because as soon as I record them, I can go through and finish everything. Spider-Man, though, I've, like, fucking blown through it in, like, a fucking weekend. So I'm almost done with it. So I want to avoid it being a review as best as possible. So I'm just going to use my initial thoughts and mindset on it before I start making it a review.
Yeah.
And, spoiler alert, I will spoil shit in those games. If you're going into a first impressions, I'm going to spoil the shit out of it. That's something that should be known.
Oh yeah, I'm showing you this video.
I need to tag
Or you
those
showed
as
me this.
spoilers.
Which video?
It's a... Sorry to cut you off, Mike. It was, I was having to just kind of lightly scrolling through YouTube, ironically, and it was that the smoked watermelon came up, where it's this, it's not
It's a
they're not-
watermelon that's been smoked to look like a ham.
Yeah, like
Pretty much.
very rare ham.
It is
And it's $75?
$5. It's $75 for it's about like that big to get it.
I could make that.
And it feeds about 3 to 4. Yeah, it feeds about 3 to 4 people. They said
That's...
Why would you do
Yeah.
a fucking watermelon like that, though?
for vegans. They legitimately said it's because they're a regular smokehouse kind of thing, but they have some vegan customers around them, so they just went, yeah, we made this we have a vegan side, and we made this for them. Which I love the woman's reaction in it because when she eats it, she has this look on her face like, this is something. And she doesn't ever say it's good. She's like, it's smoky, it's got flavor, but she never says it's good. She's just like, yeah, it's kind of smoky.
This exists. I put
I
it
am
in my
eating a
mouth.
thing. This thing has this flavor to it.
Like, it looks almost like smoked ham from the outside because of the way they do, the technique they do it with the oak ash to give it kind of that meaty kind of like leather exterior, which when it cooks has a nice crisp edge. But then at the certain point you're eating it's just warm watermelon.
Yeah, which is not a good idea.
Yeah.
And now if they did that and then pulled it out, let it cool, and put it in the fridge after it reached room temperature, let it cool back down again, and then pulled it out, it would make fucking sense. Because you don't serve watermelon hot like that, you dummies. Watermelon is
it's-
supposed to be still chilled or room temperature, never warm.
It's warm because I remember seeing it because it's he smokes it to give it the leathery
So
feel.
it's the same reason
And
you don't
then-
put pineapple on a fucking pizza. You're not supposed to serve that shit hot.
Pineapple pizza ain't that bad.
It's a travesty!
It is not a travesty.
It is a blasphemous thing!
Lies and
What?
I have a
slander.
text message here. You know what it says? It says you're a heretic!
Exterminatus.
Screw all of y'all.
It
Pineapple pizza's amazing.
is amazing.
You, I'm joining chaos.
Joining chaos!
Smash it.
I mean, I had pineapple on my pizza.
I
last
saw
night.
that, and the minute I saw you order pineapple on one half of it, I just shuddered and
Yeah, I was
had to
like,
resist.
I love that you guys give. I don't
yeah,
think
me
you
and,
give shit.
me and Mike were
They
looking at
totally
each other
give
like,
shit. It's
God,
like, come
this
on.
guy.
It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. To me, it's just sweet.
It's
Like,
not great.
I honestly,
It's not. I mean, it's
I
one of
honestly
those, like,
could barely taste the pineapple, and it's just like,
it's just
Eh.
there. It's not bad. That's what I mean. It's like it's situational. Why are you giving me a look?
No, I'm
You all
curious about.
disgust me.
What?
I'm curious
You
about.
try it once. If you don't like it, then I don't care.
I have tried it
True
once.
lovers of
Then
pizza
that's
right
different.
here.
Yes, we understand.
Have you
Gordon
tried pineapple
Ramsay
pizza, Chris?
understands what
Yeah,
else.
Chris, have
He
you tried pineapple
knows!
pizza?
I've had it.
I've had it.
It's
I've had
way-
Hawaiian
it-
pizza before. Disgusting. I did not like it.
Okay, see,
Pineapple,
you tried it at least.
It doesn't
I
work
will
for
try
me.
something before I say fuck that shit.
Okay.
If I have said fuck that shit in the past, my taste buds were different from when I was a child between when I am now.
It's like,
I could have maybe liked pineapple back then. I don't know. I don't remember eating pineapple. I remember eating coconut and liking it, but now I can't stand coconut.
I've had pineapple by itself. I like it. It's kind of like my opinion with coconut cake. I'm okay with coconut, but the consistency of it makes me not
So
like it.
you mean like a snowball?
And I
it's
can
not
understand.
tasty.
I can understand something being better than the sum of its parts. Like, fucking. There's something I made.
Fuck.
Oh god, the bomb's about to go off. No, I made something that. I made something when I was with my parents the other day. And I know my mom didn't like this thing. I didn't tell her what was in it until after I made it and I told her to try it. She ate it and she realized some dishes are better than some of their parts. Back when I was a kid, I didn't like eggs. Yet I liked cake, even though it had eggs in it. So something can be better than some of its parts. But pineapple pizza cannot be fixed with fucking pineapple on it.
The thing about it for me
Pizza
is
cannot have
It's
fruit
like
on
me
it.
and tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes. I like ketchup. Tomatoes is in
I
ketchup.
mean,
That's what it
Pizza.
was. It was fucking Nigerian beef stew. It had fucking chunks of tomato and not chunks of tomato. It had red onion in it.
I
I
mean,
think it
you
was
say
red. Was
that
it?
pizza can't
I can't
have
remember.
fruit on it. But I mean, technically speaking,
Yeah, tomato as a fruit. Yeah,
Tomato.
yeah.
Yeah.
It can't have chunk of fruit.
See, the thing about it for me is that on its
And
own,
even then, that's a sauce. That's
They
a
add
sauce. And even
other
then, what kind of
things
sauce did I get
into
on
it.
my pizza? Do you know?
white sauce.
White sauce.
Just you.
Yeah, me and him have white sauce.
do you just get white sauce?
Not always.
I got barbecue sauce
Not
on
every
mine.
place does white sauce, and not every place does white sauce right.
True. My thing is that pineapple pizza on its own doesn't work. Pineapple on its own on a pizza doesn't work.
Okay, yeah, no.
The reason why I do pineapple and I can do something like pepperoni is because it adds a little bit of a spice, and then it adds sweet to that.
Or bacon.
Or bacon.
To that.
Yeah, because that's salty and sweet. Because she turned me on to that, because originally I was in that camp of like, I didn't like pineapple pizza.
Let me retract my statement. You can't fix it by putting fruit on it. You can't fix it by putting pineapple on it.
That's fine. That is fine.
Grammar fixed.
Like
Wordage fixed.
olives, maybe.
Olives,
not a big fan of that. I've never liked
really
olive
tried
pizza.
olives, so I can have no opinion on that. I
I've
can't
tried-
say shit for olives.
I tried
All I
olives on
know-
pizza.
I
I'm not a
haven't
big
had
I
fan.
just know
olives.
I look at Supreme Pizza and I go, that's way too much shit going on for me.
I've
I
never
like-
had olives, but I've heard that they're not as sweet. Like
Olives are not sweet at
I-
all.
No.
Honestly, I ain't heard
So that
shit
could work.
about people saying anything about olives on pizza.
Well, it's also my thing for, like, example, Italian sausage. I do not like the taste of Italian sausage no matter what situation I've had it in. And I've had it multiple different times.
What? You didn't like my risotto?
Risotto had Italian sausage in it.
It has spicy Italian sausage in it.
No, I never tasted it. Like when it comes to anything else, I've eaten it. It's just I've always
with
tasted
the risotto. I had small crumbles mixed into the rice as I was cooking, and then I made those little polpettino meatballs that sit on top after you ladle it in your bowl. You put the little ones on top with a little bit of the fucking scraping sauce made up, and then you eat it.
Yeah, I'll say, because when it comes to other Italian sausage, I just don't eat it.
It's all about moderation, what kind of seasonings you use, and what kind of sausage you buy. If you buy something like X brand, it's going to probably suck dick balls. It's very rare that you'll find X brand does better than a name brand. And if you want a name brand Italian sausage that is pretty decent, Johnsonville usually works.
I've had Johnsonville. They didn't like it.
Mary doesn't like pepperoni.
Yeah.
He hates pepperoni on his pizza.
I never knew that. Usually, well, all we ever did was order pepperoni pizzas.
No, we always order cheese and pepperoni.
Yeah.
He would always eat the cheese ones, we'd eat the pepperoni.
Because he's wrong.
Yeah, he's just sniffing the box.
I love that. I love that. Just because he's wrong. Just that statement. Oh, he's just a horrible person. Like the Swedes.
It also depends on how much fennel they put in the sausage, because that can really throw off the flavor.
That,
Because it has almost like a licorice snap to
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Because that's part of what makes a sausage have a little more flavor and kick to it, is that snap of fennel.
Yeah. And I remember that was like the main thing I did not like in Italian sausage when I was a kid. Like, there'd always be, sometimes I'd get like a full-on fennel seed, sometimes it'd just be that weird flavor, but then after a while, like...
I do use fennel, but I use like a light sprinkling because I know that flavor is strong, and if you overpower, you're gonna fucking lose your audience. That's why when I made meatballs for like my brother's wedding, I put fennel in them, but because I had a bowl that's like this big and I was making 3 different batches in that bowl, it's like a mountain of fucking meat that I was just like, that'll do. I just popped the cap off, flicked it once onto the bowl, and it like left a streak like a landing pad. It was like, that'll fucking do.
Just roll it in there.
Yeah.
I made like 120 something meatballs for that day, and they were like gone before even like the first serving of food was done for everybody. I helped cook almost as much as I could for that fucking thing.
Oh, I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is me clapping.
I can't tell if that's sarcasm or not.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, it's just
sarcasm.
when people say this is me clapping.
Well,
It just takes me-
I'm
it
saying
takes-
for the.
I think they know what clapping is, unless it's just like.
Well, that's kind of what that was sounding like. So I wanted to be sure that it wasn't, mistaken for anything.
You stop that right now, good sir. No.
Pat
What,
was
is he slow
doing a
clapping?
super,
Yeah,
I was
he knows
doing
the
the
super slow clap.
like
The one
super slow mo.
The one he knows we all hate.
It's just like I'm
Would you
gonna work this for hours.
Sure, I'd love to say.
Someone better call a doctor. Circulation's not gonna go away anytime soon.
I'll say, what are you doing? Just watching old school internet porn, so it's slowly going, just like.
I'm watching a 30-hour endless loop of vintage 1940s porn.
Oh god, the sexual position, the buffer.
Oh my.
It's where
Buffer?
it was a joke my fucking coworker said where it's like you have sex with someone and then right before you orgasm you just stop and you just get stuck and you just stay like that. It's like, are you okay? Like,
You need to have
because you're stuck in buff. You're stuck in the buffering.
You need to have ultimate control over your orgasm.
Just,
You okay?
no, you just sit there long enough for them to just like question your health. Just
What the fuck? They had time to fucking get a glass of water, check their phone, go to the bathroom, and come back, get back in the
position. Just. That's amazing orgasm control at that point.
Yeah.
If you can have all that happen, you're still stuck. No, that's complete body control because you haven't moved. You're still in the just.
The prophecy.
Oh.
The man who has mastered
Oh.
every.
The man who has
When
not
did this turn into Jackie
orgasm.
Chan Adventures?
It always turns into
Jackie Chan Adventures.
God.
Jackie Chan
no.
Avengers? Is that what you said?
No, I said
Adventures.
Did
Adventures.
you imagine that? Uncle! What?
See now, okay, now you say that.
Ultron
Now,
is taking over the world! Get my suit, Jackie!
See, no, you say that now. I want to see fucking Hawk Fu. And I'm like, who the fuck would Hawk Fu be? Because he's my favorite fucking character.
God, which one was Hawk Fu?
Hawk Fu was the one that Angry Crow takes flight.
Right.
The one who had all the names for
Who named all
Cat lands on feet and bears claws. Cat shakes off water. Cat tears bird's head off. Because he named all his moves, and I still remember that. And I always remember Angry Crow takes flight was his main one.
Angry
Crow takes flight! And then Uncle goes, thank you for showing me Angry Crow, and kicks him.
Thank you for sharing, Angry Crow.
Massive dog squats low.
I forget the one move that he lied about.
Oh, God. Which one? Flamingo stance? Or are you talking about the...
When he goes for the punch,
And then he does...
and then he does a kick, and it's like, I meant to say, name of the move, kick.
God.
Uncle, he lied. Jackie.
It's when he gets heat beam eye blasts.
Heat beam eye blast? Heat beam eye blast!
Oh,
Because that was the pigtails.
Yeah, that's
that's like the
I was about to
pigtails.
say, because it's like, you don't really think a pig would shoot laser beams out of his eyes, but there you go.
Because that's how what's the name roasted his cocoa beans. Was that he used the fucking pig talisman to melt the chocolate.
Well,
he
that just
roasted
happened.
my cocoa beans. I don't know why.
You also wouldn't expect a chicken to fly.
Well, chickens kind of don't.
No, not even. No, I wouldn't say fly.
They can
'cause
flap.
the
a lot.
chicken is
Levitation.
levitation. The dog, not the dog.
The rabbit.
The rabbit gave
is-
super speed, which combined together gave you flight.
The dog is immortality.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
dog is
is
immortality because
the
that's
horse
what
is
healing.
The horse is healing, and there's a bit of a dark joke with that you wouldn't expect a horse to have
when
healing.
the
Considering
villains-
the second that a horse breaks its leg, you're expected to shoot it in the head.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because when the villains get the talisman, they're like, okay, you take dog, I'll take horse. It's like, awesome. The guy with the dog hits against the bridge. He's like, I really wish I had horse. Because he lives through it, but
does
he's
live through it.
bird.
Meteor brings mass extinction.
That was one.
That's one of his lines. Just meteor brings mass extinction.
You also wouldn't expect a sheep to astral fucking project.
True.
Yeah.
Bunny flees from vicious jackals. Mouse runs through maze. Minnow wallops whale. Shredding lion claws. Octopus fist of fury. Mad monkey kung fu. Snake cuts through grass. Horsetail swats fly. Monkey plucks 2 peaches.
What was the monkey talisman?
Monkey
No.
Shapeshifter.
Yeah, shapeshifter.
Right.
Because that's the whole joke.
Anything.
That was also the joke of the chinchilla. It's like, the password is chinchilla.
What's a chinchilla?
No, yeah, Jay turns Jackie into a chinchilla.
Oh, that's a chinchilla.
I remember that.
So
That's-
cute.
Isn't that when they're trying to sneak into a prison to stop
Yes.
one of them?
Yes, it was. And now,
Because he like sneaks out there with the rabbit or some shit, and she has the monkey transforms him like, oh, and then changes it back, and he rushes back again or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I
God,
remember
Jackie
that
Chan
shit.
Adventures was so good.
I remember watching that shit.
I watched it full. I watched every fucking season.
Okay, first season was
The
just
talisman.
the talismans. The
Second season was-
I believe, the animals with the talisman's powers.
No.
Because the ones with the talisman powers was when a guy with one blue eye who used magical powers just like Uncle was
Right.
using.
Second season was unleashing the,
The
other
brothers
demons.
of
Yeah, it was the demons. It was the
Yeah.
demon portals. Was season 2. Season
Were they the
3.
animals?
I'm not going to do it right now.
season 3 was
He is right. Season 3 is talisman animal powers.
and then the 4th season
Season
is
was
the son of
Yeah, it was the sun. No, it was the Oni.
No.
The Oni
yeah,
Mask.
See, yeah, because the
Only that
Onis
in the
come
fifth.
before Shendu's son.
Yeah, the 5th season
Is-
is Shendu's son. Is a demon power. When he's trying
I
to
didn't
absorb
really
all
watch
power.
much of the mask one. That was
I actually love that one.
I don't remember much beyond third season. I
Uh,
saw half of it, and then that's,
God.
I think that's about
The
when I
Onis
stopped
were-
watching.
the only
TV.
thing was so cool because
Because it's a
basically,
reference. It's a nod back to that
if
episode
they
where
whoever got the Oni mask and put it on could summon their. Do you
Oh,
remember
oh,
the Shadow Ninja thing?
the Shadow
that Shendu?
They all came from that.
Yeah. they all had all the different masks had different kinds of shadow ninjas. It was
And
really fucking.
It was really cool, and I like that was a nod back to that very first episode because when the main villain for that being the tattoo mark that Jade had, it's like, I remember you. And he's like, wait, how do you know me? It's like, you don't remember what happened the first time, and it's a nod back to that episode when she gets the tattoo and is able to control the ShadowCon. And it was like, I remember that episode because it's that she's turning evil.
Damn, that show was cool.
Well, we completely veered off track, but that's fine because
That's
that's
how
all we got time for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we just ended it with Uncle!
Go!
And one more thing!
Episode?
A lot of things.
We covered EA, we spun out of control.
We've been out of control with the mafioso Belgium Jersey Shore guys.
We talked about Peachette.
It's Peachette. We talked about pineapple on pizza being a travesty, heretical.
We talked about watermelon.
Act. We talked about ham-looking watermelon.
Yep, we
Talked about Jackie Chan Adventures. We talked about Nintendo Direct.
Yep.
We
And Toto
talked
Fuerte
about-
never removes his mask. Sorry, it was Jackie Chan Adventures.
Get your
One more
guacamole
thing.
super bomb out of here. Alright, and that's pretty much it. We just tangented for a long time off course.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
tangenting is
And that's
funny.
about it. So yeah, well that's it folks.
Yeah,
See you next
basically-
time.
that's
Hit
basically
the like button,
what-
subscribe. Give us look.
Give us candy.
Yes, give us candy.
Send candy
Send candy.
to 555-555-545 Street.
We could always set up one
We're
of
not
those.
in fucking California, dude.
We could always set up one of those things that's like, pay for a cup of coffee for us.
Oh, that's actually called coffee.
Yeah, like it's called Buy Me a Cup or something.
Yeah, it's called coffee. Kofi, coffee.
I'm down for that.
Alright.
I love
Bye.
coffee.
Support us by smashing that like button.